Hey Libra, I hope you guys are having a good weekend and a good beginning to December. This will be your mid-monthly reading. This is EJ from Taurota Tarot. And I'll be clarifying with the Rider-Waite. I got new cards. Simply Deep Tarot by Chanel Bayless and James Battersby, the art. I like them. They read good. They're clear. They don't have a whole lot of foggy cross energy in them. And let's see what we got going on for Libra for mid-monthly. And as a reminder, I do my cards straight up. I don't do reversals. So your first card is the Justice card. Second card is the Two of Swords. Third card is the Chariot. Your fourth card, Seven of Wands. Your fifth card, Queen of Wands. Wow. And your overall energy from underneath the deck, Four of Cups. All right, Libra, let's see what we got going on for you guys. It's a lot of passion. Looking at the color of the cards, a lot of red and purple going on. Seems like you are, with the Justice card, like you're trying to you're trying to take responsibility for something. I don't know if it's an addition, maybe. Maybe you have started a relationship with somebody and you're thinking about what you would have to do if you were to make it more permanent, whether that be moving in together, getting married, whatever the case may be. But it's a definite sense of you taking responsibility and looking at, because justice is not just about the right and the wrong or the balance or imbalance. It's also about taking responsibility. So, I mean, if you just break it down, when you go to court for something, usually it is in the hope that if someone did something to hurt you, that they take responsibility for it and that they get the consequences that go along with it. So that's the sense of this that I get, that you are trying to look at taking responsibility in a bigger fashion. And being a Libra, that the balance is there, even though this side is higher than the other side, it's still a balance, and that's definitely Libra energy. The thing with this, and this is definitely a romantic relationship, so I'll clarify that now. May not resonate with everybody, but this is definitely a romantic relationship. What you are going to have to remember as you start walking down this road and you start dealing with the emotions. So this is the Two of Swords, and I'm saying dealing with the emotions because the window back there is open sea. I'm talking about water. Water is always your intuition and your emotions and how you're feeling through the process, or how you literally are feeling through it and working through the process intuitively, which I don't think for Libra is always a natural thing, because you are constantly analyzing and looking at and trying to justify everything that you have to deal with. And so sometimes you don't always let your emotions come through that because you're looking at it quite analytically. But this is definitely making you feel whatever this is. It's making you feel those emotions. But the message from Spirit is that to leave whatever past issues you have about relationships, whether with male, female, whatever, leave any issues you have in the past, because you don't want to schlep that shit into a new relationship or into a relationship that you're trying to take to another level. You don't want to bring that. And always a good cautionary word if you're particularly thinking about getting closer to someone. Sometimes it helps to just step back and look at why you react the way you react to certain things. It doesn't have to be why you get angry or why you get sad, but you know, if somebody says something about cooking, you suddenly have an urge to go walk the dog. Why do you want to go walk the dog every time somebody mentions cooking? That kind of shit. So look at your natural reaction to certain things, and before you get a little step closer, make sure that you are dealing with the person with what they're bringing you to the relationship, and not what you're bringing from old relationships into this relationship. You don't want to do that. The Chariot card is telling me that this is not something you are still analyzing. You made your decision and you're moving on it. And this is a decision that will probably change some portion of your life. It could be as small as never wearing white socks again to getting married. And maybe getting married to someone who has children or who has family or family responsibilities or has a big job responsibility. But the Chariot is telling me this is moving ahead, and you're it, baby. You in the spotlight. So that's a good sign, as long as we get the issues in the past just left there. This Seven of Wands is just definitely telling me that you've been clear and you're going to continue to be clear about your boundaries with your responsibilities in other places. So if this is a male Libra considering getting married to someone, you are going to make it known to that person that you may have a child somewhere that you have to take care of, and you will begin establishing those boundaries right away. You're not going to make an issue of it. You're just going to clearly state, boom, 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 this is what it is. And if you look at this card, dude is just, he's swinging it out there. Don't get too close. This is what I got. This is what I'm responsible for. Back it up. There ain't going to be no shit. Don't bring no shit. It's all good shit. So that's a good thing. I would just caution you not to become too overbearing with whatever that situation is. Stand in your truth. State your truth. Set the boundaries and let it go. Don't make it a daily or hourly or weekly thing that you have to bring up every time a conversation is, about your responsibility to whomever. Just say what it is that the situation is. If you need something from this person that you're thinking about getting closer to, tell them that, and have an open and clean discussion, and try not to have any hidden agendas or looking for a transactional thing. If you do this, I'll do that. Try to keep that out of it, and just try to hear if there are any issues, hear them openly and work through them. That's a difficult process, but work through them, because the feeling that I have is that this is very grounded. This is not some bullshit ass relationship. This is something you've thought about for a while. Feels like the other person has been thinking about it for a while. It's very settling, and it's not anxious feeling, and that's good. It's there, but it's not worrying the shit out of you about what should you do or who should you be. It's just a good, content feeling. The Queen of Wands being here is telling me that the relationship, the feminine energy in the relationship, and this doesn't necessarily mean the female, but the feminine energy in the relationship is going to be that of nurturing. So that is always very good. And if this is a male, the female coming towards you is definitely, definitely a nurturer and about the family and what's there. And is very balanced with it. And if you, I'm saying balance, if you see the two cups next to her, they're balanced. So the person, male or female, but I'm saying female because I see her. But the feminine energy, yeah, let it out, you know. And if you're one of those Libras that don't like to cry, maybe you need to cry. Maybe this is a good time to kind of let the walls down and let someone else in and share some of what you've been through. Your overall energy, the Four of Cups, it's about the daydreaming part of this relationship. What can you do? What are your options? So dude sitting up there in the cup, the big cup, and he's got a bunch of stuff. He's got flowers, he's got wine bottles, he's got a lunch basket, he's just got all kind of stuff going on. He's got his heart. So that is you daydreaming about what can be. And that's a good thing when it comes to trying to manifest a relationship that you want. You want to have that kind of energy of being able to just daydream about it and what you think it can be, what it could be, and most definitely what it should be. And by doing that, it also opens your mind, so when you get ready to have a conversation with this person about the boundaries that you want to set and taking the relationship to the next level, the daydreaming will have helped you articulate or say or state whatever it is that you're trying to get across to your partner. So daydreaming and fantasizing, it's not a bad thing. Let that happen. And don't overanalyze it. Just kind of take it, you know, if you see the two of you walking in the park holding hands, don't get into the why are you holding hands part and what kind of argument did you have to end up in the middle of the park. Don't do that. Just acknowledge that feeling of being with your other and being able to walk with them and hold their hand is good. Forget the why and the how. Just that situation in and of itself is good. It's not a bad reading, Libra. It's not a bad reading at all. It's very grounded. So I'm inclined to say that it's either an earth or a fire sign. I feel the groundedness, but I see the cards. The Queen of Wands is red. Seven of Wands has got red and pink and orange. The Chariot card has got like a purpley color. So you got all these emotions. The Justice card is purple and red. So you got all of this passion flowing through this. So that is why I'm saying it is definitely a romantic relationship. And it's a good thing. It's a good thing. Take your time. Don't rush through it. Do your usual Libra thing. Don't overanalyze everything. Some things just need to happen through the course of having a relationship with somebody. But be happy. be happy with what you have, because it's not a bad thing. Libra, I'm going to leave it there. I hope you guys have a good rest of the weekend. And if you're here in the Americas, I hope you have a good holiday. Everybody else, I hope you all have a good New Year. And I will be back soon. Bye.